Hi, this is Jessica with TinyFrog Technologies, and today I'd like to talk about CCPA, or the California Consumer Privacy Act. So the CCPA was recently passed in California, and it actually just went into effect in January 2020. And this law was actually based and modeled after the GDPR. So if you haven't heard of the GDPR, it stands for the Global Data Protection Regulations. And this was a law passed in the European Union back in 2018. So both the GDPR and the CCPA, these are all about data privacy laws. They're basically trying to protect consumers' rights in terms of how businesses collect their data and whether it stays secured and whether a consumer can have access to it once it's collected. Now, the CCPA has certain kind of requirements of which corporations fall under the law right now. They haven't expanded it to all companies in California yet. Now, regardless of whether your company falls under the CCPA, you really should start thinking about best practices for data privacy on your site. So some general best practices are to have a privacy policy. You should have a dedicated page for this policy on your website, and then put a link to the privacy policy in the footer of your site. And then another thing to think about is adding a personal data request form. So this is a special form on your site, and it basically allows web visitors to submit a request to you and either ask for a copy of the data they've submitted or to have their data erased from your site and databases. Now, the great thing about WordPress is that the WordPress core has a lot of built-in settings for data privacy. So it's really easy to take advantage of that and set all those things up on your site. So if you have any questions about the CCPA or the GDPR for your site, definitely reach out to our team.